Hey everyone, welcome to another $1,000 strap search. I've got my $1,000 in singles here and I'm about to show you what I found. But before I do, let's talk about this week's tip. Now, if you have something unusual on a dollar bill and you think it might be an error, one of the things I would suggest to do is go on eBay and search errors, but specifically search graded errors. There are all kinds of categories for errors. If a grading company encounters an error and it's legit, they will put it on the actual um, on the holder. They'll tell you what kind of an error it is. It'll say error right on the holder, and that way you know it's legit. If you see anything wrong with a note and it's in a holder and they did not put error on it, what they are telling you is that is damage to the note. That is something that happened in circulation. It's not something that happened during the print process. So, if you find something on a note and you're unsure, try to find it on eBay in a graded holder, and that way you know it's been certified, or at least that type of error has been certified by the grading companies. That'll let you know whether or not you've got something worth holding on to. Now, what if it's a one of a kind error? It's probably not. Finding an error is hard enough. To be the first one to ever discover a particular type of error, well, that doesn't happen very often at all over the course of history. So, chances are, if you have something that isn't in a graded holder somewhere on the planet, it's probably something that happened in circulation. All right, let's take a look at what I found. I got my 1,000 singles. What do I have here? Got a good stack this week. Found some trinaries. Remember, trinaries have no additional value. The fact that I can show you as many as I do should let you know that they're easy to find. Here's zeros, sixes, and sevens, twos, fours, and fives, ones, fours, and eights. Even though this has 6 eights, they're not in a row, so probably no additional value there. Zeros, ones, and eights, zeros, fours, and nines. This one's quads, quad fives. Once again, if you had the best possible number for quads would be zeros, and the best position for those would be the first 4 spots. That would be considered a lower number, but it's still not even a low number and still doesn't have any value. That's the best digit in the best spot. So what are quads of any other number worth? Clearly nothing. Quad fives there, quad fives again, quad sixes, quad sevens, some stars. Here's a 2021 star note, just double checking to make sure they aren't filled. 2021 crisp. It's got a folded corner. That's too bad. This is probably the last series that's ever going to have stars. So yeah, if you find these, definitely hold on to them. 2017 star. This is a wet ink transfer, not an error. That's just red ink. That's not a printing error. That's definitely circulation damage. 2017 A star, 2017 A, 2017 damage, not an error. So I'm going to look at that star again. Okay. 2017 again, another 2017, 2013, 2009 star with marker on it. That's too bad. And some older notes, 2003A, 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 finding quite a bit of these. 2003, 2003, 2001, those you don't see a lot of. 2001, 1999, another 99, 1993, looking to see if it's a web note. It is not. And the oldest note I found, this is a $1 bill from 1977. So that was this week's finds. What did I pull out? Well, speaking of 1977, I got a 1977 $5 bill. Yeah, I know, you're excited to see this, aren't you? The 1977 $5 bill, of course, features Lincoln on it. This one's in really good shape. I did not buy this because this was a $5 small head. I bought it because it has a boo-boo. Check that out. That is attached. let's look at the back of this here. That is most certainly attached. Um, it's really cool when you look at it this way, because now you can see what happened. What happened is they print the backs of the notes first, okay? And if we were to look at the numbers on the front, there's H4. We know this is the lower quadrant of the bill. And what happened is when they were printing the backs, this little portion of paper, not this, but I mean the bulk of the paper that sticks out quite a bit further, got folded over, okay? And because that got folded over like that, when they printed the back, this portion was folded here, which caused the back to be printed here. Now, if I take this out, I can fold that back into place and it would look just fine. I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to refold a note and risk ripping the paper, because the rest of the note is in really good shape. Okay. So anyway, what happened is this was folded over. That got printed, as we can clearly see. And then they printed the front portion of the note while this was still folded over, because if they didn't, if we look real close, you can see how there's these lines here do not connect to anything over here. So there should have been something printed here to connect these lines. However, that's not there, so that means that when the second printing, this black ink, when that was printed, this was still tucked in behind. Then they did the third print, which has no difference there, and then they cut the notes apart. And once the notes were cut apart, it was after that step that this portion here was unfolded. In fact, this probably circulated for a little bit of time while this was still folded over. Looking at the condition, maybe a little ding on the corner. Looking at the back of the note is where you get a really good idea of the condition of the note. But I mean, other than that, this one's actually in really nice shape. So to have an error like this, I did not find this. I purchased this error, so you know it is something to look for. I always tell you guys when you're going through your notes to unfold the corners. That's why, just in case. You never know if something like that's going to pop up. Now, I did pull out my error book. This is United States Paper Money Errors, Comprehensive Catalog and Price Guide, Dr. Frederick J. Bart, 4th edition. I hope they come out with a newer version, because if I look at this, when's the most recent? It says copyright 2015, and I'm just trying to see if there's anything else here. So yeah, this is from 2015. So they're about due to update it. I mean, it's almost 10 years old. So the prices on here have certainly changed a little bit. Let's take a peek. Well, there's almost the exact note right there. In fact, if I look, that's a 1981, okay? Mine's a 77, but clearly with the virtually the same error, and they show that as $250 in an EF40. In a 50, they say $350. Choice uncirculated 60 is $400, and gems is $450. Did I say choice uncirculated 60 is $400? Yeah, okay. Anyway, those are the prices 9 years ago on this particular note. And as you can see, that's clearly an error because it's clearly listed in the error book. So without a doubt, I have a legitimate error. And without a doubt, I have something worth quite a bit more than face value. Now, maybe at some point I might send it in for grading. I may even put this in an auction. You never know. But I thought it was really neat to have, and I was able to get it for a good price, so I scooped it up. Just once again, taking a look at that. That's just so neat, seeing the non-printed area here and seeing the printed area right there. All right, that's what I've got for you guys this week. This is usually called a butterfly fold. Well, not necessarily even a butterfly fold, but it is a printing fold or a cutting fold, cutting error. What do they call it? Let's see what the official term is. All right, examples of the error. Here we go. Printed or exterior fold. That's what they say that this is. So that's what they got, a printed fold or an exterior fold. All right, if you learned anything new this week, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. I love reading all your comments. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Who knows, maybe this may show up in a in a special auction, if you know what I mean. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.